Yeah, hi. Let's continue with our roundup sessions. We will now talk about qualitative research. Not sure it's clear there. We saw that qualitative research is required when you require deep insight into the consumer's mind. When you want to go deeper in understanding what the consumer thinks, when you want to go deeper into understanding why the consumer thinks in the fashion that they think, what are the emotional underlying reasons, and so on and so forth. In those situations, you require qualitative research, because quantitative structured research will not serve the purpose in those situations, right? I just pause for a second, please. So the point is that when we want to go deeper into the consumer's mind, when we want to understand why they think what they think, why they buy a particular brand, why they behave in a particular fashion, what are the motivations behind buying a particular product category, or consuming a particular media, or buying a certain kind of phone, or pursuing a certain kind of entertainment activity. In those situations, we require qualitative research. When we require more rational, structured answers about what percentage of consumers behave in a certain way, what percentage of consumers buy a particular brand, we require quantitative research, right? So that's the difference between quali and quantive. So this is numerical, quanti is numerical, quali is insight. Now, qualitative research, essentially there are two broad kinds of techniques. There are depth interviews and there are group discussions. Can you tell me the difference between these two? Loudly. If you remember, it has to be loud to fall in the mic. The difference between group discussions and depth interviews. Do you remember?
Depth can be with one person, depth interview.
Okay.
And in depth interview, there are emotion and.
Okay, what is group discussion?
Where more than one or two people are there.
People? When you say people, what do you mean?
Respondents.
Very good. So when there's one respondent, it is called a depth interview. When there's more than one, it's called a group discussion. How many?
More than two or one.
When it's 7 to 9 is the average number in a group discussion. 7 to 9 respondents and one moderator. Okay, and there is also something called mini group discussion. Which is about 4 to 5 respondents. Okay, and there's something called a triad, which is 3, and there's something called dyad, which is 2 respondents. I think it will be nice if we don't move this because the connection is going on. So I would request you to leave it alone actually. Is it right? Okay. In all this, please remember that the person asking the questions is called a moderator. It's not called an interviewer. In quantitative research, it's called an interviewer. A moderator is a highly skilled person. An interviewer is a low-level person who works in a very mechanical way. Right? In qualitative research, there is an area of qualitative research called projective technique, which is about a set of techniques to understand deeper into the consumer's mind. Can you tell me why it is called projective technique? Do you remember why it is called projective technique, that word projective? Any guesses? Okay. Um, there are times we see a dog and we think the dog is smiling. If you see an elephant with those tear marks down the eye, we think the elephant is sad and crying. Actually, the dogs cannot smile. There is no concept, scientifically speaking, of dogs smiling. There is no concept, scientifically speaking, of elephants crying out of sorrow. We are projecting our feelings onto that animal. That is a concept, projection. What I feel, I think that other living being also feels. That's projection. So, a simple example of this, if I come and ask you how much gold you have in your house, you probably won't tell me. But if I ask you, that family is similar to you, occupation profile is similar, same family size, they also have the same kind of car, house seems to be the same size, how much gold do you think they will have? You will calculate and say, we have 6 kilos of gold, or 6 kilos or 6 grams or whatever it is. They may also have 6 grams of gold. That is projection. So, projective technique is we use this human tendency to get what they think. So, for example, we will show a picture of a person. We will show a picture of, say 3 ladies, for example. One lady is happy, one lady is angry, one lady is sad. And we'll ask her we'll ask the respondent, which brand is this lady using, which brand is this lady using, which brand is this lady using. So the respondent, if they like thumbs up very much, they will say the smiling lady is having thumbs up. The angry lady is having Bowanto. The sad lady is having Pepsi or whatever, some other brands. Because they are projecting their feelings onto that picture of the person. So projective techniques is a set of techniques like this. It's based on pictures, it's based on sentence completion. All these techniques, help you to understand what the consumer thinks. There's also a very powerful and useful technique called laddering. Can you tell me what laddering is? Laddering, L-A-D-D-R-I-N-G. Very useful technique, laddering. You have come across it before? No? Don't remember? Haven't heard of it? Okay, so I see that you wear big round frames for your specs, whereas she wears small rectangular frames. Why do you wear big round frames?
Because I think
Louder, please.
because I think it suits my face shape.
Because you think it suits your face shape. Why is it important for you to suit your face shape? Specs is something for you to see,
To look good.
to look good. Why is it important for you to look good? There must be a reason, no? It's not.
Like, for me, it's not like that, but I know for getting appreciation or people try to be cool.
So for getting appreciation, for you, that she's projecting maybe.
For me, it's all myself. I will look good or not. It's myself.
Then, for yourself, you want to look good. You want to feel that you look good, not because you want others to appreciate you. You want to feel that you look good. Why? Why do you want to feel that you look good? Think about it, analyze it. Your specs are only decoration or you have power also?
Power.
Or you have power? Okay, when you feel that you're wearing the right kind of specs and therefore you look good, how does it make you feel?
I feel like
You feel happy.
satisfied.
Okay, so starting with round frame, we ended up at happiness. That is laddering. Okay, now can a brand, position a spec saying, in a very subtle, sophisticated way, can they advertise a brand of spec saying, wear our brand and you'll feel happy wherever you go? Not in a very obvious way, but will it work? It will work at an emotional level. This is how laddering technique works. You went from a very rational thing like it suits your face down to a very deep emotional thing like I'm wearing the right kind of specs. I'm happy. I feel good about myself. I feel good about myself. Right? Is what a lady in early era would have said. Right? And so that is an emotional thing that a brand can use as a hook for communication. So that's how the technique laddering works. There is one more very useful technique in qualitative research is you group brands. I'm sure you use some or the other kind of toilet soap, don't you?
So,
You use one or the other kind of toilet soap. You must be using some toilet soap or usually hand wash or face wash or you don't use soap at all. Okay. Do you use soap? Hand wash. Do you use soap?
hands.
For body, for bathing, you use soap. So I'm going to ask you. You have to answer loudly. So these are the brands I'm giving you. Lux, Dove, I want some more names. Please tell me some more names of soaps. Huh?
Sandal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brands we have put. Okay? I want you to group the ones. Similar brands I want you to put in one box. And you have to talk loudly while you're doing this.
Group into two.
No, 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 also. You can say all are different also. You're okay. There are no correct or wrong answers. Up to you.
Dove, legs, and we will in one group.
11 brands. Dove, Lux, Bibble in one group. Okay. Then
Chandrika, Medimix, Hama, in one group. Manjal. Okay, that it goes in that group.
For the benefit of the audience, Manyal is a brand which is there in Kerala and not in many other markets. Some of you may not even have heard of it. But the particular student who's answering this question is from Kerala, that's why I put it.
I don't know that's it.
Okay. But then you have grouped it. How about it? You still have 4 brands left. 7 brands you have put. Totally there were 11, so there are still 4 brands left. Can you group them or should they be separate? That's an easy option, right? Okay, there are 12 brands. There's one more brand. Lifebuoy.
Lifebuoy, Synthol.
Okay. So you still have Lidl, Santur,
Lidl
and
also-
Rexona.
Lidl also with Lifebuoy.
Okay. You have Santur and Rexona. Separate or one group?
One group.
One group. Okay, fine. Can you please tell me why you clubbed these 4 brands together?
These 4 are like Ayurvedic soaps.
Okay, very good. They are sort of like Ayurvedic soap. Can you please tell me why you clubbed these 3 brands together? Dove, Lux and Vival?
They are like beauty soaps.
Beauty. Okay, fine. Can you please tell me why you clubbed Lifebuoy, Lidl and Synthol together?
Antiseptic
Okay,
germ protection.
antiseptic germ protection. All right. This is a depth interview, right? I hope you realize that here. It's not a group discussion. And why do you put Santur and Rexona together and not separately? I mean, you were thinking a long time, should you put them together or should you put them separately? Come on, you can do it. Think, if you want, you can write down your thoughts on a paper also. Think, write down calmly, write down legibly on a piece of paper.
So Sandur can be put into that hammam group.
Oh, you want to put Santur also here actually.
Yes, sir.
So Rexona is all alone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, I'm not going to tell you whether it is correct or not. You're the consumer. In marketing, perceptions matter. Consumer's opinion matter. Right? Not the marketer's opinion. But what I'm understanding from the way you've grouped this is these are the dimensions on which you look at soap. You think of soaps as beauty soap, or you think of soap as Ayurvedic soap, or you think of soap as antiseptic soap. These are the dimensions which you use to classify soaps. The same exercise we apply to banks, right? We put State Bank of India, we put HDFC, we put ICICI. You will find people classifying sometimes, not everyone, as private banks, public sector banks, multinational banks, and so on and so forth. So that is a powerful application of this particular technique, right? So the thing with qualitative research is we are not trying to get numbers. We are not trying to get a majority opinion. We are trying to get in-depth opinion. So when it comes to qualitative research analysis, what do you do first in qualitative research analysis? After you have done the interviews, what do you do first?
Make a summary from the.
You make a summary, or sometimes summary, sometimes
Transcription.
transcription. Excellent. Yeah. Having done that, what do you do? After summary and transcription, what do you do? First, you have the summary or transcription. What is transcription?
Transcription is the exact wording of.
Exact word for word. Right? Okay. Whatever I've said in the interview, moderator asks this, respondent said this. Moderator asks this, respondent said this. After you do that, what do you do? What's the next step?
And we have to do analysis.
Yes, what kind of analysis? There's a specific word in qualitative research called content analysis. Literally, we're trying to understand the content of what the respondent is saying. So we group it. Feedback related to the brand, feedback related to consumer behavior, feedback related to consumer motivation, feedback related to negative experiences. And whatever responses have come, we'll club it here, we'll put this here, we'll put this there, we'll put this here. Then we'll study it and say, okay, these seem to be the consumer motivations. This seems to be the broad position of the brand, so on and so forth. Right? Does this roundup help to serve as a refresher for what we covered in the qualitative research? Okay, great. We'll stop here and come back for the next chapter. I need to escape, shall I?